Alright, hello everyone. I want to try something a little different tonight. I was coerced, not quite coerced. I was convinced to try Red and Taxes tonight, and I'm going to start with this. Uh, my couple of my teammates suggested maybe playing Harshmender or something, but I kind of want to stick with the Balra build, except I'm not playing Black for Orzhov Pontiff. I'm just going to play Cunning Spark Mage instead, and pin Karen Nalaar, and see how this works. I changed the numbers up a little bit. I'm still playing Revokers because I think these are going to be important, but I just really haven't been impressed at all by um, Stoneforge Mystic lately. It's just hasn't been good with all the Kolaghan's commands running around, so I want to give this a shot. So let's see if we can join a league here. Got my new headphones, my Turtle Beaches with the wireless. It's nice. So I can talk while I'm away from the computer, and I can hear it queue up, hopefully. And there it is. So let's join. Yes, I'd love to play first. Sounds good. Turn 1 Vial. I will keep it. And I get to play Revoker and Mother Rooms off the Vial. Opponent will into 5. We'll go ahead and get a Plateau, and I'll play this Vial. I could just got a Plains to be immune to Wasteland, but since I have the Vial, I'm not really too worried about it. If he wants to use his first turn to Wasteland my Plateau, then I'm actually fine. Oh god. Veteran Explorer. Okay, so this is that stupid, it's like a food chain deck kind of, right? I don't have a lot of experience playing against food chain, so I kind of need to get my notes here. Yes, I would love to use the ability. Question is, what do I want to name with Revoker in the dark? And I think I would want to play, I could either do the food chain itself, I can do Walking Ballista, it's kind of tough. I'm just going to go ahead and play my port. I could just like tap down this forest. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll just tap the forest down. Because there's still no guarantee that I'm actually up against the food chain deck. I'll go ahead and let this happen. Nice thing about this plow is that I can make this so this won't get any value. I'm going to go ahead and activate this. Not a port. I'll go ahead and play the Wasteland. I think I'm just going to play Recruiter here. And Magus really isn't going to help too much right now. I could get the one of Thalia and start attacking. I could get Spirit of the Labyrinth. Let's see. I could also just get Flicker Wisp. I think I'll do that. And go ahead and pass the turn. Let me pop out chat for a second. Pop out. Okay, so they've played their Karakas. Now what is this going to be? Oh, okay, so we're playing some kind of value deck. Okay, well then getting Flicker Wisp was good here. He's probably playing Deathrite Shaman, in which case I am going to just do the Servoker. And I can always change it with the Flicker Wisp if I wanted to. Yes, Servoker, I'll name Deathrite Shaman. I would love to take up my Vial. Gonna go ahead and plow the Veteran Explorer. And I'll attack with the Recruiter. And the Revoker. Okay, this just happens. I'll hold the second Vial. Then on upkeep, I'm going to tap his Karakas. And I'll go ahead and blow up his Bayou. I should have done that during my turn, but it doesn't really matter because they don't really play a lot at sorcery speed. This means that he also can't flashback this Lingering Souls. What I could do here is Flicker Wisp and get another Flicker Wisp with the Recruiter. I could also get like something with First Strike, like the Thalia. The Thalia would actually be really good here because his fetch lands would come in tapped and it would slow him down for a turn. Okay, so he has the mana for Lingering Souls. The only bad thing about Thalia is his Karakas can bounce it, so I kind of don't want to get a legendary. Okay, I'll activate the Vial. Put in the Flicker Wisp. Flicker the recruiter. I did that wrong. I should have put the stop on the main. Always no, always yield. Go ahead and play this vial. Yes. And I could Magus. Make sure you can't cast any more stuff. And since I have another Flicker Wisp, I think that's fine. Play get the Magus. Let's vial in the Magus. And now that makes it so his Crocus is gone. So I could give my legendary creatures if I so chose. And now I can start attacking with this Flicker Wisp if I want, because I can just pro-white it with Mom. And I'm just going to hold this Flicker Wisp up. So if he tries to kill my Magus, I can just flicker it out. I'm not going to worry about getting value with the Recruiter, because this is a pretty hard lock here. Oh, never mind. Oh, so this is like a whole bunch of weird stuff. He plows my Mom. I don't think I want that to happen. Now this Mox is kind of strange because it means the Magus isn't all that good anymore. It's okay. It's shutting him off for basically casting stuff each turn, so. Tireless Tracker, okay. Yeah. Green Sun for 3, okay. What? Oh, we got a Courser, okay. Always no, always yield. Oh, always yield. Alright, let's play this Vial. I guess just keep attacking with our Flicker Wisp. So he's going to draw this Cabal Therapy and Veteran Swords on top, so that's good. But this means that he's going to be able to get out of the Magus lock, so that's kind of annoying. But I at least have Wasteland and the ports. Because he knows this this Veteran Spores on top, he's probably just going to go ahead and fire off this therapy just to get it in the yard. I'm going to go ahead and let this ability resolve. Yes. Let's get 2 planes. I'm going to hold the Spirit in my hand. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. I'm going to go ahead and get activate it so that he can't draw a whole bunch off the clues. That's an interesting one. Has he been holding that in his hand the whole time? He must have. Okay, debated. Okay, well now I have to attack with like this and this. This Liliana main deck is gonna wreck me because I have nothing to deal with it. I don't think I can win from here. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and concede. Yeah, I'm gonna concede. Okay, so their opponent plays bad decks. So let's bring in good cards. I'm not really fond of Palace Jailer because they play Lingering Souls. I like Relic Warder. Well, no, I like Rest in Peace, don't I? Because they're playing Cabal Therapy. One maybe seems fine. This seems good. Revoker's good for Liliana. Don't really like Dire Fleet, right? It's not really a thing that I want. Take these out, put these in. Yeah, let's try this. Maybe I want a second recipe because they're playing Liliana Last Hope. That's probably what I want. Cut one of those Ren Wingmakers since it's so bad against Liliana. Like, it's good being on the play because it keeps them from casting it for a turn. But I think I like these Rest in Peace more. Alright, I don't know what's going on here. I'm stuck in the sideboarding screen. Might need to restart. I just restarted this, or I just loaded it up, so if he doesn't respond, then I'll probably restart it. Let's try to log on again. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's that string construct. Sounds not good. Alright, we're gonna mulligan. This is much more keepable. We'll bottom this. Mary's Guile. Okay. So I'm gonna have to speed up my play, so I'm not gonna talk quite as much. Alright, well, I wish I wouldn't have bottomed that land knowing I was gonna draw that. It's alright though. Let's get a plains. Let's play our Thalia. Let us pass the turn. Can't play a Rest in Peace because we're stuck on our own Thalia, but I'm fine with that right now because it's not a huge deal. So our opponent's got all the basics. Oh god. Really? Okay, well, I would rather that get blown up than my Rest in Peace, I think. Nice. Yeah, this game is pretty much over. Like, Liliana is just so damaging to this deck, and I bottomed a land, which, I mean, I guess in hindsight I obviously shouldn't have done, but that's a good draw. Um, that's why it's in the deck. last hope. I'll go ahead and try to take it down while I have the Tance. That way, if he has a removal spell for this in the next couple turns, it'll be dead by the time the Revoker's a possible target. Okay. That's annoying. Probably wants to get rid of this Rest in Peace if he can. I'm not sure why he did that. That helps me more than it helps him. Like, even if he nabs Rest in Peace with this, I can recruit her and try to find answers for this Liliana. Unless he, like, gets rid of the recruiter. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this deck is just like all sorts of like really good against mine. I think I'm just going to go ahead and concede. I don't want to waste my time or yours. If it was like in a tournament or something, I wouldn't scoop, but I have better things to do. My String Construct is out of date. This is a hand that you just have to keep. Has good cards. I'll fetch a basic on turn 1 and I'll play my Vial. This might get countered. In which case next turn I'll play my Plateau. Actually, I'm going to play my Kragus. Because this gets rid of the fact that this makes sure that he knows I'm not playing. He doesn't know that I'm playing red. I actually played 2 Vials here. I don't want to overextend into a Terminus. I kind of want to keep Revoker in my hand for Jace as well. So interesting that our opponent preordained and then cast Portent. Okay, I was going to say because he had missed his land drop. Counterbalance. Okay. Fortunately for me, that's with 2 vials on the ground, that's not really going to matter. Yes. Port's a good draw. I'm just going to keep it back. Yes and no. What's no? I said no. So this is a good draw? So it's going all right. Played against kind of an absurd deck last round. I am going to go ahead and run out this Magus and start the beatdowns. I should be tapping down his Volcanic Island now. Okay, he just scoops onto Magus. Alright, Mom and Dad is pretty solid. I'm taking out all these Swords to Plowshare. Well, I'm not going to take all of them out because sometimes they play Monastery Mentor. I want to play Council Judgment. I want to play Palace Jailer. I want to play all the bears. Canonist is probably fine. Like 1. I don't know if I like Direfleet Daredevil. Revoker Naming Jace is Deece. They're probably going to take out their forces. I don't know if I actually like P and Kieran Alar against Terminus. Thalia seems kind of eh. Like, they run a lot of basics, but I guess it does slow them down, but it's not really too high impact, I don't think. So maybe I go, like, they don't usually cast a whole bunch of spells in one turn usually, so maybe I just take these out and play these. Yeah, we'll try this. This String Construct. This happened with the patch update. Oh my god, this hand is total garbage. I'll keep it. I put that on top for Crocus protection. And I'll run out the first Thalia since I have 2. Brainstorm. I didn't want to draw a second Crocus. So this could fetch like a basic plane so that he can plow this for 2 mana next turn. Yeah, that plays around my wasteland. It's possible that I probably should have just played the plateau instead to mask this. Third Karakas. I don't think I want to play Magus here. I'm going to go ahead and use this wasteland. If he wants to kill my Thalia, I'll just bounce it. Which is probably like kind of what he wants me to do, but back to basics. Sure. So now do I play Thalia? Back to basics is really good against me. That's the one unfortunate thing about the red. Like I could play Karakas and then Wasteland next turn, or I just play Wasteland and then I can get a Flicker Wisp on the field next turn. I don't know. I kind of want to choose this one. See if this can go all the way. Does he really just have another Force of Will? Okay, I mean, I guess there's really no reason not to. That's a great draw. He doesn't have a Jace. That I don't really want to. Vial. Let's see if this resolves. That's a good sign. Basically, this Karakas is a counterspell for Thalia now. It's unfortunate. Yeah. So I should definitely be playing Relic Order. I'm just going to concede. I can't really win from here. Since I'm locked out, I need 2 more lands. Let's see. So we want the Relic Order. I think we do want the Thalia now. Maybe take out these 2. Let's give this a shot. I think I keep this. Let's go with Plains Vial. Then turn 2, I'll just port him. Probably. Two Ponders. We're about to see just how good Thalia could really be. Or Direfleet Daredevil. Alright, what I probably should have done there is just waited, and then I could Direfleet and then Ponder. But this is okay. I'm fine with this. I want to tap this down, because if he had another plow... Okay. Does he have... What does he have? 3 mana? Disenchant. Um... Alright, this is fine. So then we definitely want to get a red source here. Unless we were to draw one naturally. Let's get our plateau. Let's cast Direfleet Daredevil. And I'm going to go ahead and press Control to hold priority, crack this. I'll get another planes. This is good. I want all these. I want to draw the let's see, so let's put back the recruiter. Then the Flicker Wisp, and then the Council's Judgment. No, and then draw the Council's Judgment. Pass the turn. So he could like jam Jace here, but that would be not the best, I don't think. That's fine. Like, we're at the point now where Port's actually not really doing a whole lot, so I'm actually going to cast the Darkfleet Daredevil. I'll keep both of those recruiters. No. Draw that, pass the turn. And then next turn I'll probably recruit her into Revoker. I just don't want to get hit by Terminus here is the only thing. Since I have two recruiters, what do? I want the Thalia to resolve. Now I want to play this recruiter. I'll get Palace Jailer. Because right now if he casts Jace, he has to tick it down to bounce the Thalia, and the recruiter can kill the Jace. And this also plays around him having like a Monastery Mentor or something. I definitely don't want to Jailer that. Okay, he's got a Swords to Plowshares to the Thalia. Alright. 2, 4. I can play Thalia and Palace Jailer if I wanted to. But I think I'd rather play... Do I want to trade off the Snapcaster Mage? I think I'm just going to cast Flicker Wisp and target the Recruiter. And I'll get a Revoker this time. This allows me to shut off a Jace if you were to play it after a Terminus or something. Even though I already have the Council's Judgments, I'm just trying to hedge here. I feel like I'm pretty far ahead. This is another Verdict. Okay. I have 3 planes, thankfully, in my hand. No, it's not at all. Like, I don't even want to really waste a Council's Judgment on that. Like, I could Palace Jailer here. He can't counter it unless, like, he had a Force of Will. By tapping out this Crocus, it means I can't counter this Thalia, but since I have another Thalia in hand, I'm not too worried about it. Does he have a Force that he's going to cast? Okay. Pitching Preordain. Now he's just hoping to have a Verdict here, I guess. Plus land. He has to have land plus Verdict. Okay. Well, guess what I've got? Oh, you know what? I don't have it because of the Mythalia. I could play a second Recruiter and get a Flicker Wisp here. I could also just play the Vryn Wingmare. That's got to be the play, right? Yeah, that's the play because these flyers are lethal. Because I have to pay 2 for each one, so like he can't cast another spell. Like he's just dead. Yeah. Alright, I will be right back. What is that? Alright, I'm coming right back, so hold your horses. Alright, we're back. So, Renwing Mare is pretty sweet. Direfleet Daredevil was actually pretty good because it allowed us to get our opponent's ponders and set up our turns pretty well. The only mishap there was that the back to basics shut down my council's judgments. So, it's something I have to watch out for. I wish there was a white version of like Piankier Nalar. Like, I know there's Blade Splicer, but it's just not as nearly as good. Like, having the token not have flying isn't all that great. I mean, nor is it that you make 2 tokens versus 1. The only thing that really comes to mind is the Hallowed Spirit Keeper, but it has to die. So it's soft to things like Swords of Plowshares and stuff, and also your opponent can just let it live, so... Overall, I think so far I like this more than the build with equipment. But we'll see, you know, if that comes back to bite us for other matchups. Like, it probably wouldn't have helped against black-green because they have so many ways to deal with enchantments. Like, they had Restoration Angel sided in for me. I'm on the draw. This hand's not great. It has 2 ports. Has a Revoker if they're playing something stupid. I think I will reluctantly keep this. Opponent's on a mold of 5. You keep a no-land hand? Oh, he's playing Dredge? Great. I'll just play my Mesa and pass. This kind of disguises my deck by doing this. That's why I like playing the Arid Mesa. I'm playing one of each fetch, and I think... Am I playing one more extra, or is it all just one of each? I can't remember. I'm basically play around Pithing Needle effects. Yeah, I didn't think so. So he kept a 0 lander and top, I guess, scry to the top. No, he scryed to the bottom. Interesting. So he just held the probe for a while. I'm not really sure why he would do that. Like, why wouldn't you probe on your turn to try to draw into a land to play? And that way you have another, if you hit another land on your next turn, then you could have 2 lands on turn 2? I don't know. Maybe his idea was, like, if he didn't top deck a couple lands, that he was just gonna concede. I don't know. So opponent goes bottom, bottom, and draws. I think I'm gonna port my opponent. On his upkeep. If he has a brainstorm, fine. Don't care. I'm just gonna keep, I think I'm gonna keep locking down his lands for the next few turns. Because they're playing probes and stuff, I want to say they're playing like Sneak and Show. And if he is brainstorm locked, then this is definitely good for me. Yeah, he's brainstorm locked. He should probably just concede knowing that. Because I'm just going to keep porting him. Excuse me. Let me know if you guys think I should be like playing music or something. Okay, yeah, he just scoops. Alright, I don't think Magus is particularly good here, if this is what I think it is. Mom and Dad can be fine, like if they were to play an Emrakul, and I can just like sack some of the tokens. So anything that needs to be tokens is good. Palace Jailer is good. These are not. This is good. Oh my god, this is so good again against sneak attack. I'm not sure if this is Relic Order, Canonist, Containment Priest. So I think I bring these in and then just take these out. Magus can slow down Ancient Tomb, but I don't think that's what the matchup's all about. They play a lot of basics. It just doesn't really make sense to play those. I think I could play Council's Judgments too. And maybe take out a couple of Direfleets. Direfleet doesn't seem all that great. Yeah, we'll try this. Okay, double Karakas with Port and Wingmare. I have to keep this. Like this is one of the really good hands against Sneak and Show, like, unless they were playing like Omnitel. But even then, I have the Vren Wingmare, so I'm gonna keep this. Unfortunately, I have 2 Karakas in hand. This? Horsey Doody? Who's Horsey Doodle? Okay. I thought you said it was a horse crab hand. Okay. It's like, this hand's actually pretty good. Basic Swamp. I have no idea. No idea what's going on. That's a good draw. I think it is. Like, I have to now have the decision of whether I port my opponent next turn or I just jam this. Like, if he taps out, then I probably just jam this, right? Force the removal spell, and then hopefully I can play my Vren Wingmare and him not have an answer to it. Okay, well, since he didn't play a land, I'm gonna port. Because he could be holding up like Fatal Push or something, and I don't want to put this into a Fatal Push situation. And this play makes Vrinwy Mare absolutely ridiculous next turn. Alright, we'll play this Wasteland and we'll play this Wingmare. And now if he had a Fatal Push, he can't cast it. He'd have to draw a fetch land to activate the whatever the ability is that Revolt. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And this is what we call the hard lock, because we're gonna have double port. We're gonna have the Wingmare. Next turn, I could just like play this Crocus out and play the Avenger, and then just port his Swamp the following turn, and then just start beating down. Okay, paid one for the pedal. Okay, so this is Storm then. Okay. This is Storm. So, knowing that, I should probably play the Spirit. Instead of the Sarah Avenger. Because they both beat down the same, right? They're both 3 power. I could Recruiter and go get Thalia. But I wouldn't be able to cast it immediately, which is kind of a problem. I can do that next turn, so I can play Recruiter and Thalia in the same turn. So what I should do is port him, play the Spirit, attack for 2. This can activate Revolt, which is nice for him. So now I can't cast anything unless he were to draw a land. And then next turn I'm going to play Recruiter and Thalia. I do need to watch out for Masker though, because he could untap and then just tap the Swamp and sack the Lotus Petal. Okay, well since he just drew that, I'm just going to Wasteland him. I was like trying my best to figure out how not to punt this match. If he casts like a Fatal Push or something here, or some way to get rid of this Vrinwy Mare, like a Chain of Vapor or something, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Thalia. Sacrifice a land, okay. No. Okay, so, but this isn't really good for him, right? Because I can just waste him. I can play the Vrinwy Mare and waste him, right? I guess he's hoping to like top deck another land. This is a 2-turn clock on its own. I think I just do nothing. Yeah. Sweet. See if we can get a couple more wins with this deck. I gotta say, I haven't missed not having, I haven't cared that I don't have Harsh Mentor. I think playing cards like Flicker Wisp tend to gravitate you towards things like Direfleet Daredevil instead. As poopy as the card can be in some matchups, it's really good to know there's in the first strike is great. This is one of those hands that, you know, being on the draw and in the dark, I'm probably just going to keep. Don't force it. Sweet. Probe, that's not a good sign. Is this another Storm deck? If it is, I'm screwed. This is a terrible hand against Storm. Looks like they're just going to go off. Or try. I'm just going to F6. Just a force check. Fun game. Okay. Yes, I would love to. See, so he's got 12 tokens. They're all going to kill me. Is there any way I can win? I'm going to probe him. Duress and Fluted Delta. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's a way I can win. Okay, yeah, we're done. Okay, so the classic turn 2 win. Let's take out all our swords. Let's take these out. Take this out. play 2 of these, 1 of these, a couple of those. Some surgicals, probably. Actually, I don't mind Dire Fleet, especially being a 2-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4. I'm not really sure about Surgical Extraction. I don't really like Surgical a whole lot against Storm. But it might interrupt their ability to go off, so I don't hate it either. Let's bring these in. Let's take these out and see. I don't really Magus either, I don't think. It's not all that good against them, right? Because they have like Lotus Petal and other stuff. And Mom and Dad just doesn't seem all that great. Let's try this. Yeah. So turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Canonist. And then I have Vial on 2 at all times, so I can put in Revoker in response to a Lion's Eye Diamond. This is a Cabal therapy, that'd be kind of annoying. Obviously, yes. I could play this Vicrous, but I kind of want to port down his land, I think. Or port down. Maybe I just want to put a clock on. Yeah, I think this is the turn that I can go ahead and Flicker Wisp main phase. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have done the Bladestained Mire instead. That was kind of stupid of me. Because that could have allowed him to like kill something and with the like kill the Canonist and then have extra mana. I'm just gonna keep this Vial on too. No. Okay, but I can still vial that in if I want. I could upkeep. Okay, this is fine. Like, instead of trying to like play around Massacre, I could like upkeep, tap down his thing, and then I think I do this. I think I still go ahead and vial. And then upkeep the C. He might have thought that I put this on 3. I don't know. Maybe I take out 1 Daredevil for another Surgical. Yeah. Oh my god. This hand is nuts. Put to 6 and kept. Hopefully I can live long enough. I have 2 Surgicals, right? So like I could just like Surgical whatever he played. Like hold priority here. Yeah. Like if he has like a Ball Therapy, like he probably just takes Thalia. Because I have the Crocus. And I have 2 of the Thalias in the hand, and that's the best way to... This hand is nuts, though. Like, I might just Surgical the probes here, just so that I can see what he's got going on in his hand. Since he's playing a second probe. I want to see what's going on. This might be wrong. Oh, okay. Let's see. So, does he have a Massacre in his deck? Has a Chrome Mox, Burning Wish. I'm sure he has it like in a sideboard. Okay. So it was Chrome Mox, Wish, and what was the other one? I don't remember. Oh, Echoing Truths. 2 Echoing Truths. So now it's just 1. Yeah, he just concedes. That's going to be so hard for him to beat. Like, he could Burning Wish next turn. Like, if I play the Thalia, he has to Burning Wish for 3, but then he can't cast the Massacre if he had it. And I would have backup for the Thalia. And then I would play the Canonist. It's really hard. And I have another Surgical Extraction in my hand. Alright, so we're going for the 4-1, which would be great. Triple swords, bomb, revoker. I'm gonna keep this. It kind of sucks. Like, I would love for one of these swords to be like a vial or a creature of some kind. Great. Okay, so I'm playing Reanimator. Okay, I need to play as Caracas and pass. I could draw 7 in response if they wanted to. And they revealed Chancellor. So I could go ahead and just play Mom, just to get the counterspell part off. I think I'll do that. No. And I'll just hold up Caracas next turn. Oh, he has nothing. Okay, so now I'll just revoke her and name Griselbrand. Or I'll vial. I'll vial here. Entombing again. What is he entombing for? Probably a Sire of Insanity, yeah. So I'm going to put this off on my main phase so that if he finds a way to get the Sire of Insanity on the battlefield, I can swords it during his main phase. I could also Direfleet Daredevil, like if he has an instant or sorcery way to get one of these things back, I can Direfleet Daredevil to reanimate one of his creatures. That's kind of sick. God, all the Entombs? Sure. Tidespout Tyrant. Use Vial's ability, yes. Let's see. I guess I can name Griselbrand. Oh, okay, he just concedes. Okay. Oh, now this thing is stuck in... GG whiz. I guess I have to do this to get it out of the prompt. Does it still say at the end? No, it didn't put it in the chat. Okay. Surgical, Macabre. Rest in peace. Canonus is fine. No, he's not. It's, I'm looking for... Three, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. It says funny lose versus my buy. I don't really think this is a buy. Actually, I think I'm favored. Like, he can have really explosive hands, but I don't think it's a buy. Alright, how many creatures am I bringing in? Just 2? It kind of sucks. Recruiter's fine. Maybe I just don't play like one of the paths. Or maybe both of them. I just use swords for like Tide Spout and Sire of Insanity. These are going to be good. I could also, I mean, maybe Revoker's not all that good. Maybe take out a Flicker Wisp or something. Actually, Flicker Wisp is pretty good against them when they're playing like Animate Dead. This is a keep. Thoughtseize himself. Oh God. Is this gonna happen? That's the one thing about the red black Reanimators. When they have their hate card in their hand, then they have it. Kind of concede. It's like the Force of Will check. So we went 4-1. That's pretty cool. Let's look back at the deck. Let's see if I would change anything. I kind of liked it. I kind of like the Revokers. We'll look at Balraz's build and see if we can look at some similarities. Balraz. Okay, tournament finishes. So I think the most recent one he did was here when he did the Legacy Challenge. And it looked something like this. I'll drag it over. I gotta say, so the big differences I had is I wasn't playing Hallowed Spirit Keeper. I was playing one less Sarah Avenger, one less Thalia, one less Friend Wingmere, and instead I was playing 3 Revokers. So that's -1, -1, -1, -1. So what is the 4th card that I'm playing that he's not? Oh, Pia Kiran Nalaar. I never really got to see Pia Kiran Nalaar do much, but I mean it's obviously really good. The double red can be a problem because you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources in the deck to cast it. So that can be a problem, especially if you're playing against a wasteland deck. So that's probably a good reason why he's actually playing Hallowed Spirit Keeper. I could actually just play Pia Nalaar, just regular Pia Nalaar. But I don't know. Like maybe I cut this and I do try the Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Vigilance is nice. I could also play like Brimaz. Brimaz might just actually be better than Pia Kiran Nalaar. Like even though it's really good with Flicker Wisp, even though it makes the flyers, I'll probably just try Brimaz instead. And the nice thing about it, Brimaz, is that it costs 3, so you tend to set your vials on 3 for your Flicker Wisps, so you can also vial it in, and you also get to protect it with Karakas. So I'll go ahead and make that change now. Search. I'm pretty sure I don't have one. Yeah, I don't. So that's a change that I think we need to make. I kind of like Brimaz more than the Hallowed Spirit Keeper, just because. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, actually, Hallowed Spirit Keeper seems like really good against black green, or like Leovold or whatever. I could also play like a one of Mangara or something. I kind of wish I was splashing black sometimes for Orzhov Pontiff. Um, like I could cut a plateau and instead play a Scrubland just for the black splash in the sideboard. Um, I don't know. It's worth looking at. I think that Warsaw Pontiff really shores up a lot of the different bad matchups, like elves for sure. Like random value decks, like the one that we saw earlier. Uh, Also, like it's not terrible against Leovold, because they play like Snapcaster Mage and Baleful Strix, and it's just kind of a way to wipe the board. Could also be like a combat trick to pump your guys. Um, I don't know. We'll see. This is 4-1. I'm gonna play more tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and log off tonight. Thank you all for joining me. I'll probably upload this to YouTube later on. But yeah, we went 4-1, and I like this build. I think I like it more than the Stoneforge package. I tend to play more aggressively in this. Playing the Stoneforge package, you have to play more controlling, which, I mean, this is a control deck, but I like the fact that you can shift gears pretty quickly here. Like, you have some aggro hands. A lot more aggro hands with this deck than you do with the Stoneforge deck, and the Stoneforge deck is a lot softer to the artifact hate that everybody's playing right now. So we'll keep giving this a try. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to sign off for tonight, and I'm going to maybe stream tomorrow. We'll see. I'll post it on my Twitter or something. Thanks for joining me, though.